It's another epic Fight Club edition of the Doomcast. I'm your host, Dan Umpton, summoner and professional comic book encyclopedia. Viewers will tweet, DM, email, or send by carrier pigeon epic matchups that they'd like to see me discuss here on the Doomcast. So this week, my friend Josh Vishnapu wrote for Thor, Hercules, Superman, and He-Man. Which one would win in a four-way battle royale? This is a great question here. We've got four characters that represent massively different universes, and it couldn't be more my bag. This is the Doomcast. Superman is the ultimate DC Comics hero, speeding bullet, tall buildings, bird, plane, etc. Hercules is the classical Hercules. Whether we're talking about Marvel, Greek myth, or Sorbo version, they're pretty much the same dude, but for our purposes here, we're going to look at the Prince of Power in Marvel. Thor isn't the mythic Thor, but an alien and god who treads the line between science and myth. And finally, by the power of Grayskull, it's He-Man, a weird blend of sword, sorcery, sci-fi, and 80s silliness. So who in this lineup ends up proving to be the ultimate contestant? The arena is pretty important here, so for the sake of hypotheticals, the four of them are on an Earth-like planet with a yellow sun, the same gravity and atmosphere as Earth. Just for the sake of argument, we're going to make it unpopulated just to remove any ethical constraints, and also this is a battle to the death, so all four of them are perfectly willing to kill, whether they normally would be or not. He-Man and Hercules are the only two that can't fly, but despite that disadvantage, they have a massive advantage over Superman. Aside from being weak to kryptonite and red solar radiation, Superman sucks ass against magic. Superman comes rocketing out of the sky, and Prince Adam can barely get the words by the power of Grayskull past his teeth when they're almost knocked back into his throat. But boom, even though Superman's right there on top of him, his feet are planted firmly in the ground as He-Man. Kal-El is stunned because this blonde dude and his green kitten should be bloody paste on the ground. His incredulity gives this split second for Hercules, the Prince of Power, to crack him upside his noggin with a Hephaestion adamantine mace. But that's not going to take Superman out at all. But Hercules could hold him. As the son of Zeus, his strength is divine and magical in origin. That is exactly the kind of dumbass move that Hercules in Marvel would try and pull, trying to hold a mutant Kryptonian force of nature in his arms. Not knowing exactly what his power set is, Kal would then try his heat vision on He-Man's power sword to absolutely no effect, because once again, magic. His magic sword might actually be able to kill him, so Superman goes where he can go, which is straight up. Flying 20 miles straight up at hypersonic speeds wouldn't kill Hercules at all either, but it would make it pretty damn hard for him to breathe, and the G-forces alone would probably still make him pass out and fall back to Earth. In the meantime, Thor's hammer cuts a hole through the atmosphere towards He-Man. While He-Man holds a distinct advantage over Superman, he holds zero advantage over Thor, the goddess of thunder. Yes, that's right. Crippling storms and an unforgiving repeated blow from Mjolnir would put He-Man down for the count very quickly and hard. So, both He-Man and Hercules are KO'd, so now it's just Thor and Superman on the board. They stare at one another, until Kal-El realizes Battle Cat is still alive. No, the magical claws are not his concern. Kryptonian men are deathly allergic to felines of any kind from any planet, and so with a little Eternian kitty dander up his Kryptonian schnoz, he super sneezes himself out of the solar system, and Thor wins by Soul Calibur style ring out. She then takes her new rescue pet back to Asgard on Bifrost and spends a lovely afternoon napping in sunlight and drinking Alfheimian wine. What? The Kryptonian kitty dander allergy thing isn't actually real? It's not canon? Show me somewhere where it's actually not. Exactly. Your winner and champion, Thor, Goddess of Thunder. This has been the Doomcast Epic Fight Club edition. Check us out next week with more. Thanks everybody. Have a great week.